So guys, welcome on here today. It's a wonderful, very bright day out here. So guys, it has been 8 days since we debicked our beds. That's 8 days ago, and these beds, they have been kind of struggling to move on with everything, including their feeding ratio, their water ratio. It's not just really stable, and it has been a kind of trouble to me. Like, I'm not really comfortable with their feeding ratio and their water consumption as well. They have not been eating very well, and they might be losing weight at this point. Yes, we are currently at week 12. This is 12 weeks currently, and hopefully by the next week we'll be heading to week 13. And these birds, they are likely to lose weight. Like, seems they're actually losing weight because they have not been eating very well as then that we haven't debigged them. When we debigged them, the next day, like 2 days after they were debigged, they were eating like about 29.5 kg thereabout, which their daily ratio of food is supposed to consume at least 31.5 kg daily on the week 12, but they are consuming 29. Okay, that was kind of fair. 27, it keep on decreasing, 16 kgs in a day, and it kept me thinking, and it's just really bad because they don't consume up to 100 liters of water a day, and it's just so bad. Unlike before, that they do consume at least 120 liters a day. So it just kept me thinking, and I've been monitoring them so close. I've keep a close eyes on them to make sure I know what the problem is. But at this point, it's not just easy to dictate what the actual problem is. And their beak are healed, of course. Their beaks are not very healed. You can look at it; it's healed. But I don't really know what the problem is. I don't really know what actual problem is. They're not eating well. I can't really say at this point. So I just came in here to monitor them very closely today, and I find out that most of these birds are just very calm, closing their eyes to sleep like that, closing their eyes to roost. Though they are very active, when I come in here with the food, they will move around, and they will be flying up and down following me. That's a very good sign because these birds are really active. But when I put the feeds for them to eat, they will just eat few. Just few of these birds will just eat. Unlike before, that they will have to rush the feed till the feed is totally exhausted in the feeders. So I don't really know the problem at this point. You can take a look at these birds, how they are eating currently. Yes, you can look at these birds. They are not actually just eating like before. When you look closely, you can see they're not just actually eating as before. You can see how they are. Some of them are actually roasting on here, while you can see some sleeping. You can look right there, you can see that one actually sleeping and is closing her eyes. So that is one of the problem I'm just trying to look out for. Unlike before, these birds are just so kind of relaxed. I don't really know what's actually going on, though I'm trying to figure it out. So guys, this particular bird right here, you can see this particular bird right here, it's having something like a water substance in the mouth. You can see this particular bird, this one that is trying to move forward. So we have to get rid of this bird to check. So we have to just get this bird. The mouth is having something like a watery substance in it. So we have to just check this particular bird. Yeah, I was just trying to watch closely, and don't really know. So guys, these beds are not actually giving me what I really want, because they ought to continue consuming a 31.5 kg for this week. So guys, looking here currently, you can see this particular bed here. So guys, looking at this bed currently, though they are very active, but I really still can't understand why they are not consuming much feed as they do consume as before. I really don't know. Although you can see some of them, they're still eating right here, but I can't still understand why they aren't consuming their feeds so much like before. You can see these birds, they're actually still eating. You can see them still eating. They are doing marvelously well, Joe, but I will still have to find out. I gave them vitamins as well. Yes, I gave them vitamins to boost their appetite to eat very well. I've been giving them vitamins for like 2 days now to make sure they can restore their feeding ratio on a daily basis well. But I can't still understand why these birds aren't consuming up to 31.5 kg. Currently, I gave them 11 kg this morning and it's almost exhausted. So hopefully I'll have to give them another 11 kg again. That should be 22 kg to see how far, if they will be able to consume it all. As of yesterday, they ate just 16 kg and it's not just really nice. They have actually lost weight. Yes, I can tell from the way they are. I can tell that these birds, they have lost weight. They've actually lost weight. But as well, I'll have to look for a way out. I'll definitely figure out what the problem actually is. I need these birds to be very back again and strong to eat very well. So guys, I said on here we just have to do all we'll have to just look for any way out to make sure that these birds are back. This is one of the challenges in this poultry farming. Something can just come up and you might have totally no idea of how it is. Yes, so I'm doing this to make sure I guide everyone out there. If you encounter an issue like this, you can remember that there's a very good way to solve something like this. Yes, so when I've figured out this issue, I'll definitely put it out here to know the reason or the causes of this issue. You can look at these birds, they're still very active though. At this point, the beacon can be something that is actually strange to these birds because it's actually their first time experiencing such. So I might be wondering what might be the issue. Is it that this beak, did I cut it wrongly, or I don't really know? Is it that the top beak was actually or was supposed to be cut long or shorter than the down beak? Well, I don't know, but as long as when I cut the beak, these birds consume 29.5 kgs in 2 days after I cut the beak. So definitely the beaking might not actually be the issue, but I'm not certain at this point. That is why I will definitely have to look for a way out to make sure I find out the actual reasons for this bird not consuming the exact feed they're supposed to consume in a day. So it's actually kept me thinking. We'll have to definitely look for a way out. I'll definitely have to know what happened. These birds are actually losing weight at this point. I can feel it when I get hold of any of them. I can feel it. I will not be at rest till I look for a way out and until these birds start consuming their 31.5 kg a day. And we are getting to the next week. When we head to the next week, that is the 13th week, these birds will actually have to consume about 35 kg. So guys, they have lost out some kg in the past weeks, and you know this will have to decrease their size in weight. Definitely, for any grams per bed that is decreased, any feed that is decreased in a bed per day will definitely affect that bed. Understand? It will definitely affect the nutrition of that bed. So that is why these beds have a feeding program. They have a feed chart. They have a chart which we can get the actual weight of beds in a particular week that can enable them to lay at the exact point of which they are supposed to lay. So guys, what I will have to do is I keep my records. That's why records are very good to keep. I also always keep my records. When I go back to my records, I will check those grams that has been missing. I will check those kgs of feeds that this bed didn't eat during this while, and I'll have to combine it and give them with the new week feeding ratio to make sure that they are not cut off. They will definitely eat all the feeds that they have missed out. You know, I don't compromise, and something I will never do. I will never compromise the feeding of these birds. So guys, do have a wonderful and a very nice day.